talk to you about common mistakes that we see with the hip hinging pattern, or more commonly known as the deadlift. So really the first thing that we have to take into consideration is actually our setup before we get into actually working repetitions. A lot of individuals, whether you're using a trap bar, a straight bar, a kettlebell, these principles are going to apply here, is that they like to get down and kind of just pick the weight up and then start from the top. That's not what we want. We want to actually start the deadlift from the bottom. That's why it's called the deadlift. So really what we want to do, we want to see our feet are hip width apart, maybe a little wider, not too much wider, because if we're too wide when we go down, what happens is the knees tend to come in. So we want to keep the feet hip width apart. We want to get the butt back after we get the core in. So first, core in, get that braced. We want to sit the butt back, and I'm about to show you from a side angle here as well. So we don't want the shins to come forward. So you want to sit back, keeping a nice neutral spine, and this is where we get into that bottom position. Then from there, when we continue to come up, we want to think about the eyes staying about 6 feet in front of us coming down. We don't want to have the eyes straight up. This causes some cervical extension that we don't want. So again, my abs are in, I'm sitting back into my heels, keeping my knees out, keeping nice brace, my shoulder blades come together, and then I push through my heels, complete the rep by standing nice and tall. Again, my knees stay out, I sit back, eyes are down, come through, stand tall. So from the side position, let me rotate here. Again, my feet are hip width apart, my core is in, my abs are braced. What I want to think about, my shoulder blades are still back. My eyes are going to stay with me as I sit the hips back, not allowing my shins to come forward. You don't want to sit into a deadlift with the shins coming forward and the knees going forward. So you want to sit the hips back, your abs are in, so you're not overarching the back or rounding the back. We never want to see a rounded back deadlift here. And then the other piece, and this is a lot more common nowadays, is that tendency to arch out. So some coaches like to cue arching hard. We don't want to think about arching hard. We want to think about keeping everything nice and neutral and nice and flat. And that's by keeping the abs braced. I'm sitting down and back, so again, I'm not popping the butt, overextending. I want abs in, sitting the butt back, shoulder blades, drive through that heel, keep those knees out. Neck in line, shoulder blades, heels, and when we feel this working, we want to feel the glutes producing the movement. We don't want to feel too much quad at all here. You might feel a little bit more with the trap bar, but it's more glutes. You don't want to feel the low back, and that's by keeping the abs braced. If your abs aren't working, your low back's going to start working for you, and we might feel the shoulder blades here. So again, 3 real big spots that we want to feel: the glutes, the abs, and the upper back, keeping us in line. So one more time here, you're going to sit down and back into it. Shins stay pretty vertical here. Shoulder blades get engaged, my abs are engaged. I push through the heels, come through. Not allowing the back to round or overarch here. So that's how we fix some common mistakes that we see with the deadlift. I hope that helps, and we'll be back with some more.